So I just found out something that I did not know until recently, and I just confirmed it. So as I've been pruning tomatoes, if the tomatoes were still really healthy, I took them and then I placed them in some water, right? So I have these containers with water. But what I realized, because we've had so much rain, was it looked as though some of the marigolds were starting to get little bumps on them, almost like they were trying to get roots on them. So if I had a marigold that was falling off, what I did was I took it and put it in the water. Look at this, y'all. I did not know, it's confirmed. I did not know that marigolds can be rooted in water as well. Isn't that cool? I just think that's the coolest thing. So not only can I take off a piece of healthy tomato, but I can also start a brand new plant from this marigold. And I did that one and I did another one. And so I'm so excited because I absolutely love marigolds. These are the white marigolds, and I did start them from seed. And so to know that I can reproduce them so easily, this is way easier to do than starting more from seed. The roots on this tomato is so long. I've had it in the water for, it's probably been a couple weeks now actually, just because I kind of put it in the water and forgot about it. So this is definitely ready to go into the ground. How cool is that, right? Oh my goodness, so cool. My name is Taquisha. This is Our Freedom Song, and I'm so happy that you've decided to hang out in the garden with me today. This is actually where we're going to be planting the tomatoes that were rooted in the house. And then there's also a tomato that's still left, that's full grown inside of the green stalk that I'm going to be taking out, because that's where these ones came from. So the ones that's in here were the plants that were accidentally grown in the green stalk that were not compact. They were full size, and so I took them out and put them here so that they could have a place to actually grow. So we're just going to plant that as deep as it can go, just because it'll form a really nice root ball like that. Okay. So many worms in there. That's so good. Yeah. Try not to smush anything. So I am harvesting butternut squash today. I'm so excited. Can you hold this for me, love, so I can get the other one? So there's that one. Here's this one.
And another one.
Yep.
Three
Here.
babies.
Yeah. Aww.
Little babies.
We also have some growing on the other side, but I'm pulling out these vines because we are going to be planting something new over here. Okay, so this is where the vine borer actually bored into the plant. So I am going to be planting squash again. Actually, I'm going to wait till August, and then I'm going to do another round of squash. Okay, so she just planted our asparagus long beans along here, as well as behind this little patch of corn behind here where I just took up the butternut squash. And then over here, she's planting some tomatoes that we got, and they're like the 100 sweets. They've been sitting in this tray kind of turning yellow, so they just really needed to be planted, and they was kind of dry anyway from the farm store. But yeah, so she's gonna plant those in this bed, and then I'll use the archway, the arch trellis, to actually put a bamboo stick and trellis them up. But I am going to harvest these because I believe that they're ready, because the little tendril right beside it has turned brown. Not all the tendrils, but that one has turned brown. And so we have other ones that are popping up. So I'm going to go ahead and just harvest this.
Yay, the twisting worked.
Yay.
But it looks like
Like
an
a
orange.
big orange.
It looks like an orange. Like if you minus this part.
Wow.
That is so cool.
It's like the biggest orange we ever did see. Wonder what it tastes like.
Oh no. Is this like a squash?
Yeah, it's a squash.
I'm done, Mommy. There's just like a bunch of oranges. Like that's literally what they look like.
Yay! So cool. Oh, it's finally time. We're gonna harvest this cantaloupe right here. I'm so excited about it. Yes!
This is so heavy.
Oh my goodness, it's so pretty.
This is so cool.
I cannot wait to try it. That cantaloupe liquid coming from the stem. Hopefully that means it's juicy. Yes!
This is so cool.
I'm also going to harvest that one, and then we have one growing on the outside of the fence as well. Oh, it feels really cool.
Ooh, it looks
Twists.
It's okay. That looks so cool.
It
Like
is
the
really
orange and the
cool.
green.
Yeah. That's epic. Put that right there. That right there. Cool. This one rolled off.
Yeah, it was trying to roll off. Oh no. I don't really know how to work this. Okay, wait.
Yes, come show me.
This is just so cool.
It is. Wow. That's super cool. It's so heavy, y'all. I couldn't hold it. I had to get some muscle to hold it. Go ahead and take a bite.
It tastes kind of beany.
He said yesterday they're leaning down, so it's like having a snack. You can just come out here and have a snack.
Okay.
Little snackety snack when you're walking.
Yes. Oh my goodness, it is so hot. We are now about to go harvest potatoes. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this because it has been raining, but it didn't rain yesterday and it hasn't rained today. So hopefully it's dry enough to actually harvest potatoes. Okay, so I almost forgot that I had this okra that I needed to plant. I also have okra that I'm going to be planting from seed, the red okra, and I'm really excited about that. But I'm going to pop this okra in this bed right here. Let's pop that in there. Yeah. And then we'll put another one right there, yeah. So I've heard such good things about okra, and I actually recently had some okra soup, y'all, and it was good. Like, it was legit, and I was like, okay, I'm on board. And then I've read some really amazing things about drinking okra water and what that does for the inside of our bodies. And so I'm here for it, and I just can't wait to try it in a different way other than just cooking it, but also drinking it. Okay. Stick that in there. So right now, this bed has okra, and then it has the asparagus long beans that's going to then grow up on this cattle panel right here. So I am going to plant okra seeds though in here as well, and just kind of see what we can do with an okra bed. So this area over here has totally exploded. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this fig tree right here. So much growth has happened with this fig tree, and you can see where the stalk is now green. That's all new growth. That's so cool. I'm so excited about seeing this actually grow after 2 or 3 years. But I put it in the ground last year, and I'm so happy because this is this spot. But now I'm thinking like, oh no, it's gonna grow into the actual walkway. This Ami right here is so beautiful. I've actually seen some news lately of people contacting like the wild hemlock, which is so crazy because it has an appearance like yarrow, which is white. So I do have some yarrow growing in the garden as well, and it does look very similar to yarrow or wild carrot, but on the stalks it actually has some burgundy splotches like on the stalk, and so that's how you can tell the difference. But I'm like, oh my goodness, like sent somebody to the hospital, and that had an ant. Sending people to the hospital because it's very toxic. So they lawnmowed over it, and then all of those toxins went into the air and they breathed it in. And so we got to be careful out here, y'all. We got to learn how to forage. We got to learn how to identify these plants. I definitely need to learn so much about plant identification. It's like there's always so much to know. Y'all, these worms are covering the sweet potato leaves. That did not happen last year, but I don't know if you could see that, but they are literally dangling off them. In the grand scheme of things, it's really beautiful. It looks really beautiful, but they are everywhere. When I tell you everywhere, y'all, they are all over this. Which is just so gross to me. But, and that just goes to show you, and I know I say this often, you do not have to like outside, you don't have to like bugs, you don't have to like any of it in order to actually be successful at gardening, because we all eat food, and so we can grow food. We don't have to like this in order to grow food. Look at that. Look, y'all, wait, look at this. I just need to show you this. But they're all over all the sweet potato leaves. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
I know.
It's lots of protein.
For the chickens.
No.
The chickens are about to be happy. For sure. I have this massive ground cherry right here in a pot. It is so big. I've not grown one this big yet, and so I think that's really cool. This is what they look like, and they are so yummy. Look at this, so yummy. I just love them. I see several of our several of our butterfly pea flowers that I need to harvest. So I've been harvesting them slowly but surely each day. They pop up. I'm really excited about that because I am gathering quite a collection. It looks like I missed a few, but I'm still gonna harvest those. Dried up and everything. Look at this. Isn't that just so cool? Okay, so I just grabbed a crate and we are coming back here to the potatoes. View is amazing. I'm very disappointed because the pickle worm, I think that's what somebody told me it was, it got our incredibly big tromboncino, y'all. So it wasn't the squash vine borer that got it, but it was the pickle worm. And that one hurt. That one hurt because that was a surprise when I came back here after I showed you guys all the squash. And I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, how did I miss this? And the very next day, I saw pickle worm evidence, and it breaks my heart. That really does, because it's the only one like that. And it's so beautiful and so big, and that would literally feed like our family a whole good 2 meals. And so I'm over the pickle worms, y'all. So these are our potato beds, and I only did about 2 rows in each. I didn't actually fill them up, and I planted these before our last frost date, and it was in March, early March, and I was just taking a chance and seeing how it would go, and it went well. And so that's why I didn't fill the whole entire bed to capacity. I'm going to be replanting potatoes in this bed again after we harvest. I'm just pulling some up to see. We got some baby potatoes on the top. Hopefully we got some big potatoes in there somewhere. So one of the problems that we have is that this bed has an ant pile in it. And it's like, how do I even get around that? Yeah, there's ants all in this bed. So I don't even know what to do. We're going to pull up this bed and see what happens. See what we got.
There are ants in this one too.
There is?
Yep.
Where? Oh, there are. So many ants. Okay, can you hand me that basket, and then can you give me a shovel? It's like, what do you do when your potato bed is covered in ants? That's the question. What do you do? The tough thing in going with a shovel is that you don't want to damage your potatoes, you know? You don't actually want to damage them. I also don't want to get bit by ants or stung by ants. So I'm going to do this. I hate to waste soil though, so maybe I'll put this in here. Maybe we'll shake it back in. Potatoes. They're so fragile, the skins are so soft when they're just like this, so you have to be really careful. Everything's really little, which I'm surprised by actually. So we got lots of little baby potatoes out of one bed, and we're not going to do the other one because of ants, and we're just going to come back to this another day. Whew, oh my goodness, y'all. I am dripping. I am dripping wet. So hot, but I do feel like we got a lot accomplished. Everything takes a good amount of time, so don't be discouraged when you're out in there in the garden, because it really does. And for anybody who says that you can pretty much do nothing and have a successful garden, I have not seen that in real life yet. Every single thing that you do, it takes work and effort, and maybe a lazy garden is a system that somebody worked on and then they came to a place where they had to do less, but everything takes work, every single bit of it, whether you're doing it with yourself or you have some helping hands like I do in a family who will come out and help when I need it, even though I don't always ask for help, like, because I know that being a gardener is something that I desire, and it's not really something that I want to force. I do want to invite, but there are some times where I just need help, and I'm just like, I need help right this moment. And so there's that, but I understand that gardening is something that is birthed into my heart, and my hope is to plant those seeds in my children's hearts, and it's something that they actually, one day it'll be nostalgic for them. It'll be something that it's just a part of them, because they're used to the smell of the garden. Things are happening that they don't even realize are happening, like the smells that they're smelling when they come into the garden. the meals that are prepared from things in the garden, and they're like, wow, this tastes just like really good, or wow, that's so cool. I know one of my kids said that earlier when they saw that squash. They were like, wow, that's so cool, because that's an experience that they can't experience unless they take a seed out of the ground, unless they take a seed and put it in the ground and watch things grow, because some of these things can't be bought at the grocery store. And so that's exciting because you get to try new varieties and new things, and it makes it a little bit more fun, especially when it's hot and you're doing things that take a lot of strength and energy and effort, and then you're wearing a mosquito suit on top of clothes because these mosquitoes is out here trying to take your life. Listen, y'all, I'm just trying to stay encouraged, and I'm trying to inspire somebody else to stay encouraged. Thank you so much for joining me in the garden today. Until next time, friends.